In the previous lecture, we talked about what you need to start building Xamarin applications. And we mentioned that you need a Mac to build iOS applications, although we did mention a couple of things you can do in case you don't own one. But either way, you have to make sure that you have a Mac ready. Whether it's your friend's Mac, or the school's Mac, or a Mac that you rent from Mac Cloud. And the first thing that you need to do to get your Mac ready to start developing iOS applications with Xamarin is to install Xcode. And the way you install Xcode is very easy. On any Mac, you will actually find the App Store. And it is exactly the one that you want to open and where you are going to be able to search for Xcode. All you have to do then is go to the search box and write Xcode. The one that you want to use is probably the first result, which is labeled under Developer Tools and that is created by Apple itself. So you have to select it, and all you have to do is select Get and click on Install Application. For this, you do need an Apple ID, which is necessary for you to log in into the App Store, and you will need about 5 gigabytes of available storage on your Mac computer. But aside from that, you don't need anything else. This is actually a free application that you can install right away. So the reason that you need this tool is because through Xcode is how you install the latest iOS SDK. In fact, if you go ahead and check out the description of the tool, you will see that it installs the SDK for the latest version of iOS available, which is going to be needed by Xamarin to actually be able to create Xamarin iOS applications. And although this is an entire IDE, we won't actually be using it to code. All we need is the tools that are installed with it. Once it is installed, you are actually good to go. I do suggest that you open the application at least once because sometimes it needs to install a couple of updates, just like this message that has just popped up when I opened Xcode, that it says that it has to install additional required components. All you have to do is click on Installed, write the password for your computer, and it will install the missing components. Once the components are installed, Xcode is actually going to be opened and you'll know that you're good to go. Now in the next lecture, we're going to go ahead and take the next step and install Visual Studio for Mac, which will also allow us to install all of the Xamarin tools that we will need to build Xamarin Classic applications for Android and iOS, as well as Xamarin Forms applications.